Hey, hey, hey! Welcome! We're about to do some things. First, we're going to find out if we are live where we need to be live. Are we? Maybe. Mm, I don't know. Yes, we are live. Yes, we're live there. We are live here on the cookbook. Okay, so we're live on the Facebook and the YouTube. So we're going to share on the Twitter. Yes. And then we're going to join post here. Post. We'll post here too, because why not? Okay, here. And down here. These people sometimes like me. People aren't real mean to me. But I mean, I guess I don't really say anything wrong, I suppose. Right? Son of a bitch. Okay. There. We're posted all the places. Yeah. Now, let's see what happens. We, um, okay. I know where I'm at and what I'm doing. Okay. I know where I'm at and what I'm doing. Okay. We need to share screen. Uh, this one right here. Bam! This is the screen we're sharing. Alright, now, okay. And let's do this. Okay. Maybe do this so I can see. Okay. Over here. Okay. So we are going to be reading about James Madison, the father of the Constitution. Yeah, fourth president of the United States. So we are going to read about this guy. He has two birthdays, and he has two birthdays. And they're days apart. They call it old time and new time. Anyway, look at this kid just looks like a dickhead. I don't know what's happening. Okay. This kid just He looks like a dickhead, doesn't he? I don't know. He looks like a dickhead. Okay. Anyway, see, I don't know what's happening. Something's always happening. Hold on. I need to put that thing, this thing in. Yeah, because we're going to do things. Anyway, he was born in Virginia and he died and was buried in Virginia. He was 85 years old. Holy shit. Did they live that long back then? Look at it. That guy just looks like an asshole. He had to stand there and get his picture drawn like that. So he wanted to look like that. Anyway. See, he just looks like a snotty asshole. Nobody can be friends with this guy. Hold on. Do I even know? I don't. What kind of shit is that? See, that's what I get for not listening to my own stream. See, I should be listening. Okay. Man, I suck at stuff. Okay, let's see. Is it better? Okay, see, okay, it didn't sound that bad. Okay, I did a good job. Okay, see, look at me doing a good job. Okay, so we're back to the snotty asshole. He just looks like a dick. Nobody's this guy's friend. That's why he's an enemy. Nobody's that guy's friend. So, he was born at the home of his maternal grandmother, the son and namesake, and he was son and namesake of a leading Orange County landowner owner and squire. He maintained his lifelong home in Virginia at Montpelier near the Blue Ridge Mountains in 1769. He rode on horseback to the College of New Jersey, it's Princeton, selected for its hospitality to episcopacy. I don't know what that word means. Why don't we look it up? Well, we're going to look it up so we can know what it means. What do you mean, Jimmy? Copy. Mm-hmm. Paste. Okay. Episcopes, episcopacy refers to the office of a bishop and a system of a church government based on the three orders of the ministry: bishops, priests, and deacons. Well, I could get behind that because I hate that shit too. Fuck that shit. Yeah, okay. See, I'm down with that. Who's down with that? I'm down with that. Okay. So, okay, that's a point for this guy. Okay. He completed the 4-year course in 2 years. Bored. Nerd. Finding time also to demonstrate against England and to lampoon members of a rival literacy society and ribald verse. Who the fuck knows what that means? No one. Who knows what that means? No one. What the fuck? Hold on. He's a nerd. Finding time also to demonstrate against England and lampoon members of a rival literary society and ribald verse. What does that mean? No one knows. Okay. Overwork produced several years of epileptoid hysteria and premonitions of early death. All work and no play makes Charlie a dull boy. Yeah, he's red rumming everybody. Okay, so anyways, it thwarted military training, but did not prevent home study of public law. So he was faking it. How do you fucking fake that? Man, he was really smart. He's like, fuck that, I'm not going to war. I'm gonna go to law. Wow. Holy fuck. Okay. Mixed with early advocacy of independence in 1774 and furious denunciation of the imprisonment of near death by dissenters from established Anglican church. The church is terrible. Madison never became a church member. Good for him. But in maturity, he expressed a preference for Unitarianism. And I think this means one world order, new world order. Okay. Damn, really? Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a church. Universalism, Unitarianism. Okay. Universal. Liberal religious movements that merged in previous centuries. They appealed for their views to scripture and oh my god, hold on. Can you read this? Yeah, okay. But most contemporary Unitarianism universalists base their religious beliefs on reason as well as experience. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. I don't know why it's bouncing like that. Okay. His health improved and he was selected to Virginia's Revolutionary Convention in 1776, where he drafted the state's guarantee of religious freedom. In the convention, turned legislator, he helped Thomas Jefferson disestablish the church, but lost re-election by refusing to furnish the electors with free whiskey. After 2 years on the governor's council, he was sent to the Continental Congress in 1780. Okay, so he got so aggravating, they sent him somewhere else. This guy doesn't seem very reasonable or relatable. He literally faked a disease to get out of war. Too smart for his own britches. 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighing about 100 pounds. Small boned, boyish in appearance, and weak of voice. hmm He waited 6 months before taking the floor, but strong actions belied his mild demeanor. He rose quickly to leadership against the devotees of state sovereignty. There you go. He's like, what? You want what? No, not happening. Okay. And enemies of Franco U.S. collaboration and peace negotiations, contending also for the establishment of the Mississippi as a Western territorial boundary and the right to navigate that river through its Spanish held delta, defending Virginia's charter title to the vast Northwest against states that had no claim to Western territories and whose major motive was to validate barrel of rum purchases from Indian tribes. Madison defeated the land speculators by persuading Virginia to cede the western lands to Congress as national heritage. What? What does that even mean? What? Okay. So he did not want people to have sovereignty, but he was all for getting the land, but not for letting people do what they wanted with the land. He just wanted the land. Is he a warmonger? Huh. I don't know what any of that meant, but I'm not very smart to begin with. Where am I at? Okay. So he wanted, he established the Mississippi as a Western territorial boundary and the right to navigate that river through its Spanish held delta, defending Virginia's charter, Virginia's charter title to the vast Northwest against states that had no claim to Western territories and whose major motive was to validate barrel of rum purchases from Indian tribes. Madison defeated the land speculators by persuading Virginia to cede the Western lands to Congress as national heritage. So you could do some backwards ass shit. What the fuck did that even mean? Following the ratification of the Articles of Confederation in 1781, which are the best rules. Huh. They are really good rules. I mean, there is some word magic in there, but they were really about the people. And we're going to find out what Madison did to these Articles of Confederation. He literally ripped them up. It, let's read it. Following the ratification of the Articles of Confederation in 1781, Madison undertook to strengthen the Union by asserting implied power in Congress to enforce financial requisitions upon the states by military coercion because he is a bad guy. He is an enemy. He is a bad guy. Okay. Anyway, he's a Democrat. So let's keep going. Okay. This move failing like it should, he worked unceasingly for an amendment conferring power to raise revenue and wrote an eloquent address adjuring the states to avert national disintegration by ratifying the submitted article. Over dramatic, the worst thing that can happen, even if it's not even close to that. Democrats always, always, always make it the worst. Oh my God, do this or we're gonna die. You have to. You have to get a vaccination or you're gonna die. Have to get that polio thing or whatever. The Koofy Koof C19. Uh anyway. They wait, something happened, I think. Yep, no. Okay. So yeah, it's freaking out. You have to do this or we're all gonna die. So the Cavalier de la Luzerne, French minister to the U.S., wrote Madison was regarded as the man of the soundest judgment in Congress. Because even a stupid man seems smart if he stays silent. Where the fuck am I at? The father of the Constitution. This guy. Look. Wait, I want to get his picture. Look. Does this guy look like somebody that would be nice to you? This guy looks like Ebenezer Scrooge. This guy's an enemy. This is a bad man. Bad man. Look at his face. He ain't got no chin. He's a bad man with no chin. Fetty fetty. He's sick. Anyway. There, his Virginia or large estate plan put forward through Governor Randolph furnished a basic framework and guiding principles of the Constitution, earning him the title Father of das Constitution. Madison believed keenly in the value of a strong government in which power was well controlled because it was well balanced among the branches. Delegate Pierce of Georgia wrote in the management of every great question, Madison always comes forward the best informed man of any point in debate. He's good at word magic. Pierce called him a gentleman of great modesty. Yeah, I'm sure he did because he's literally a nerd. He does nothing but practice word magic. Okay. With a remarkable sweet temper, he is easily, no, he is easy and unreserved among his acquaintances and has a most agreeable style of conversation. Okay. He's good at words. Okay. Madison took day by day. Madison took day by day notes of the debates at the Constitutional Convention, which furnished the only comprehensive history of the proceedings. To promote ratification, he collaborated with Alexander Hamilton, John Ray in the newspaper publication of the Federalist Papers. Madison wrote 29 of 85, which became the standard commentary on the Constitution. His influence produced ratification by Virginia and led John Marshall to say that if eloquence included persuasion by convincing, Madison was the most eloquent. He is the fucking best. That's what he said. He's the fucking best. Okay. Elected to the new House of Representatives, Madison sponsored the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, placing emphasis in the debate of freedom of religion, speech, and press. His leadership in the House, which caused the Massachusetts Congressman Fisher Ames to call him our first man because he was married to Washington. What is happening? Call him our first man came to an end when he split with Secretary of Treasury Hamilton over methods of funding the war debts. Hamilton's aim was to strengthen the government. Strengthen the government by cement by cementing men of wealth to it. Madison sought to protect the interests of revolutionary veterans. Oh, that's a pretty good idea, don't you think? That's a good idea. Hamilton's victory turned Madison into a strict constructionist of the congressional power to appropriate for the general welfare. He denied the existence of implied power to establish a national bank. That's a bad idea anyway. To aid the Treasury. Later, as president, he asked for and obtained a bank as almost a necessity for that purpose. He contended that it was constitutional only because Hamilton's bank had gone without a constitutional challenge. Unwilling to admit error was a lifelong characteristic. Yeah, we know. The break over funding split Congress into Madisonian and Hamiltonian factions. They're both liberals, though. Okay. With Fisher Ames now calling Madison a desperate party leader, fake news, who enforced a discipline as severe as the Prussian. Madisonians turned into Jeffersonians after Jefferson, having returned from France, became Secretary of State. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, my dad's about to call. And I gotta take. Okay. I don't know. But my dad is supposed to call. How about I call my dad? Yeah, we're gonna call my dad. Hold on. Mhm. Dad. Hello. Hello, Dad.
Please leave your message for.
Aw. He's not even gonna answer. That's so sad, Dad. I should take my pills, though. Okay. So, he quit being Secretary of State. Her boobs are weird. I don't know who that is, but her boobs are weird. Okay. In 1794, Madison married a widow, Dolly Payne Todd. She's known as Dolly Madison, a handsome, buxom, and vivacious Quaker. 17 years his junior. So she was like 12. I don't know that to be true, but probably. She rejected church discipline and loved social activities. Her first husband died in the yellow fever epidemic the previous year. She periodically served as official hostess for President Jefferson, who was a widower. As Madison's wife, she became a fixture at I don't know what that word is. Sorries? I don't know. It's a word too fancy for me. Usually wearing a colorful feathered turban and an elegant dress or ornamented with jewelry and furs. She may be said to have had treated the role of First Lady as a political partner of the president, although that label did not come to use until much later. A pretentious woman. She ate heartily, gambled, rouged her face, rouged her face lavishly, and took snuff. Oh, I bet she was a wonderful lady. Must have been a different reason to marry her. Because Madison is a dick face, though, and she is a dick of a lady, it seems like. They got together. Okay. The Wednesday drawing rooms that she instituted for the public added to her popularity. She earned the nation's undying gratitude for rescuing a Gilbert Stuart portrait of George Washington in 1814, just ahead of the British troops who put the torch to the White House in the War of 1812. That's a sad man with no chin. His wife has got to him. That's a sad man with no chin. Look at him. He's like my life. What happened? I used to be such an asshole. My wife is out assholing me. This is wild. Okay. Madison left Congress in 1797, disgusted by John Jay's treaty with England, which frustrated his program of commercial retaliation against the wartime oppression of U.S. maritime commerce. The Alien Sedition Acts of 1798 inspired him to draft the Virginia resolutions of that year, denouncing those statutes as violations of the First Amendment of the Constitution and affirming the right and duties of the states. Yeah, but I thought you didn't want the states to have that. Anyway. To interpose for arresting the progress of the evil, carefully worded to mean less legally than they seem to threaten. What? Okay. What does this say again? Madison left Congress in 1797, disgusted by John Jay's treaty with England, which frustrated his program of commercial retaliation against wartime oppression of U.S. maritime commerce. The Alien and Sedition Act of 1798 inspired him to draft the Virginia resolutions of that year, denouncing those statutes as violations of the First Amendment of the Constitution and affirming the right and duty of the states to interpose for arresting the progress of the evil, carefully worded to mean less legally than they seem to threaten. They forced him to spend his octogenarian years combating South Carolina's interpretation of them as a sanction of state power to nullify federal law. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? No one knows. Oh shit. I gotta get off. Here. Okay. 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 During the 8 years of Jefferson's Secretary of State, Madison used the words, the president has decided, so regularly that his own role can only be discovered in foreign archives. British diplomats dealing with Madison encountered as asperity of temper and fluency of expression. Senator John Adair Nicholas Gilman agreed in 1806 he governed the president, an opinion also held by French Minister Louis Marie Thoreau at Thoreau. There you go. Look, we're going to stop right here. We're going to pick up tomorrow on Madison's presidency. Madison's presidency. That's what we're going to pick up on tomorrow. So make sure you come in the morning. We're reading some more Kings. And then come back tomorrow night because we're going to read some more about Madison. So thank you for hanging out with me. I love you so much. Good night. Go give your pillow some head and your sheet some ass. And have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you so much. Bye.